Welcome back to M.O.R.T.E.M. Tonight's case is not about a hidden killer, not about someone who struck in darkness. This happened in broad daylight, on a public street, in front of witnesses, in front of cameras. A brutal attack that escalated so violently. A young man was stabbed, kicked, stamped on, and left dying in the middle of the road. And what makes this story even more disturbing is how fast rage turned into murder. This is the story of the Walsall killing of Mohammed Khan. It was late afternoon in Walsall, in England's West Midlands, the kind of hour when streets are busy, cars moving, people walking home, shops still open. Nothing about the day suggested that within minutes, a man would be beaten and stabbed to death in public view. At around 5:15 p.m., chaos erupted on Bloxwich Road. And by the end of the night, 22-year-old Mohammed Khan was dead. According to court findings and police evidence, Mohammed Khan arrived armed with 2 large knives. Authorities later stated he had attempted to attack Zain Raja, one of the men later convicted. But what happened next went far beyond self-defense. Witnesses would later describe a scene of complete brutality. Because once Khan was overwhelmed, the violence didn't stop. It escalated. The attackers were Asad Iftikhar, Hassan Iftikhar, Zain Raja, M.O.R.T.E.M, Khan, 3 brothers, and their cousin. What followed unfolded in full public view. Footage later shown in court revealed Mohammed Khan being knocked to the ground, kicked repeatedly, stamped on, stabbed multiple times, including wounds to his back, his neck. Police described the assault as prolonged, vengeful, brutal. Witnesses froze. Some screamed, others pulled out phones. Because the attack was happening so openly, people could barely process what they were seeing. One of the most important parts of the investigation came from mobile phone footage, CCTV cameras. Police later confirmed that witnesses handed over recordings captured during the attack, and those recordings would become central evidence. Investigators carefully pieced together street footage, multiple camera angles, public recordings, to reconstruct exactly what happened. Detective Inspector Joe Davenport later praised officers for the enormous amount of work that went into collecting and analyzing the clips. And once everything was assembled, the evidence was overwhelming. After the attack, Mohammed Khan was critically injured. Emergency services rushed to the scene. Paramedics fought to save him. But the injuries were catastrophic. Later that night, he died in hospital. He was only 22 years old. Once detectives secured the footage, the case moved quickly. Because unlike many murder investigations, this one had happened almost entirely in public. The attackers had been seen clearly. The violence had been captured. And witnesses had already begun cooperating. Police described the attack as senseless and warned about the devastating consequences of knife violence in the West Midlands. The trial took place at Wolverhampton Crown Court. Jurors watched the footage, listened to witness testimony, and heard how the attack unfolded step by step. The court heard that Mohammed Khan had initially arrived armed with knives and attempted to attack Zain Raja. But prosecutors argued that what followed became a sustained retaliatory assault that crossed far beyond lawful defense. The violence continued long after Khan was on the ground. That distinction became crucial, because in UK law, once force becomes excessive and sustained, it becomes murder. After trial proceedings concluded in February, the jury returned guilty verdicts. Sentences: Asad Iftikhar, 34, 22 years for murder. Hassan Iftikhar, 34, 18 years for murder. Also guilty of possessing a knife. Zain Raja, 23, 18 years for murder. M.O.R.T.E.M, Khan, 22, 8 years for manslaughter. Together, the men received more than 65 years in prison. And that's the part that always lingers after stories like this. One confrontation, one street, one violent moment, and suddenly, a young man is dead. Families are destroyed. Multiple lives are spent behind bars. All in less than a few minutes. That's the reality of knife violence. It doesn't end when the attack stops. It keeps destroying lives long afterward. Because this wasn't hidden. This wasn't secretive. This was broad daylight violence. Public brutality. Recorded by witnesses. Seen by ordinary people in real time. And that made it impossible to ignore. The footage forced the public to confront just how quickly street violence can spiral beyond control. M.O.R.T.E.M breakdown. Motive. The killing appears rooted in escalating personal conflict and retaliation after Mohammed Khan arrived armed and attempted to confront or attack Zain Raja. What followed became a prolonged revenge-driven assault rather than a brief defensive encounter. 7 out of 10. Operations. The attack was chaotic but highly violent, involving 4 attackers acting together in broad daylight. The group used overwhelming force through stabbing, kicking, and stamping, continuing even after the victim was incapacitated. 8 out of 10. Reach. The case gained major regional attention across the UK because the murder happened publicly, was witnessed by civilians, and spread through CCTV and mobile footage shown during court proceedings. 6 out of 10. Terror impact. The public nature of the attack created fear within the local community. Witnesses saw a young man beaten and stabbed in the street during daytime hours, reinforcing growing concerns about knife crime in Britain. 8 out of 10. Execution style. The violence was extremely aggressive and sustained. The attackers used coordinated physical assault combined with repeated stabbing, showing rage and overkill rather than a quick targeted attack. 8 out of 10. Mindset. The offenders displayed a retaliatory and emotionally charged mindset. Once the confrontation escalated, the violence continued with little restraint despite the victim already being overwhelmed and seriously injured. 7 out of 10. Victim count. Confirmed victims. 1 dead, Mohammed Khan, age 22. Possible additional victims. None connected to this case. The murder of Mohammed Khan is another reminder of how quickly violence can destroy lives. A public street became a crime scene. A confrontation became a killing. And now 4 men will spend decades behind bars. Thank you for watching M.O.R.T.E.M. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your thoughts and share the video. Stay with me for more true crime stories. Stay aware, stay informed.